Hey folks, I want to show you a bunch of my favorite hidden Apple TV tricks. So my first tip is to customize the home screen top row. You're going to navigate to Settings, and then Apps, and then TV, and then head on down to the home screen top shelf. I like this tip because it gives you shows that are coming up that you're going to be interested in, shows you've watched in the past, shows you never finished. So much better than having those previews pop up and start playing automatically. Next is the keyboard setting, and the way that Apple has it, for usability it's a little questionable. It's in the linear long string of alphabet. You have to go either all the way to the right, all the way to the left. Well, now you can change that layout to something called the grid. It's a little easier to type in. Head back to Settings, General, and then go on down to Keyboard Layout. There's the linear set on auto, and this is the grid. So now when we go back to searching, you will see that now you've got these all on a grid. A little more user-friendly than the linear style. Subtitles are great. I'm always watching foreign films, foreign shows, so I'm using the captioning and subtitle tool all the time. But did you know you could customize those and turn them into more easier to read subtitles? Well, check this out. Go back into Settings. Now you're going to go to Accessibility. This accessibility has a lot of cool stuff going on inside of it. I definitely encourage checking out the accessibility section, but you're going to want to go into Subtitles and Captioning. Then click on Style. So just clicking on Style has created a style, and it's called Style Number 1. So now let's edit this style. And now it brings up all this other stuff you can do. You can name it, you can change the font, you can see a little preview on the left, Menlo, Trebuchet, Avenir, I like Helvetica. We can change the sizes, small, medium, large, extra large. Let's go with large. My eyes are getting bad these days. Here is a very important one. A lot of subtitles are yellow, and so our brain is just, that's what we like. That's what we like seeing, yellow words. So let's click this down to yellow. It's looking better already. I also do not like that background. See how it's got the little bounding box around the words? I don't like that actually. So you can change the color, but you can also change the opacity here. And I'm just going to go set it at 0. So it will totally disappear. Now I'm going to have nice yellow subtitles. We're going to go over here to text edge style. Now you can do drop shadow, raised, depressed, very sad subtitles, or uniform. I like uniform. This is the vibe that I've been watching my whole life in subtitles from foreign films. They're always in this yellow bolded background style. And so now you'll always have this style 1 that you can choose from. You can also choose other ones like this, whatever you like. But I'm going to stick with my yellow style 1. Another helpful thing is the high contrast setting. Let's go check those out. So you're going to go back to Settings, then down to Accessibility again, and then to Display. So this will really increase the color contrast between the app foreground and the background color, so it just makes it easier to read. So since we're in the contrast section also, here's another one to turn on. It's right underneath it. It's called Focus Style. It's set to default. Focus Style is when you're using the cursor, scrolling around, and you kind of see the animation pop up. And it can get a little hard to track where you are on the screen. So what this high contrast does is put a nice white bounding box around your selection, so as you're clicking around, you're able to see exactly where you are a lot easier. And this works down into all the apps. That's one of my favorite tips for sure. Another one that I'm using a lot is the reduce white point, and that will kind of dim the screen, and you can increase the intensity of this dim as much as you want. So I usually have it set at about 50%, 60%. So when I do hit that reduce white point, you can see a big change going on. Nice for your eyes when it's time to go to bed. Did you know that you can use your iPad or iPhone YouTube app to control the YouTube app on your Apple TV? I really love this feature because I'm watching YouTube a lot. This allows me to use the iPad. I'm able to scroll around still, get the YouTube experience, read descriptions and comments, and pretty much just use the app as I would on my iPad or my phone, and then when it's time to play a video, I just click it, and now it's playing up on the big screen TV. So what we're going to want to do is open the YouTube app directly in Apple TV, and then if you scroll over to Settings, click this link with Wi-Fi, and then you open up your YouTube app on the phone, and you'll see this little box up here. This is the cast. YouTube would like to find and connect to devices. Apple TV, connecting to Apple TV. You can see there a new device is connected. So now when I click on a video, it'll ask me, do I want to play it? Playing up there on Apple TV. And I can also sit here, scroll around in the comments, find something else to watch through the actual app, through the iPad, iPhone app. Let's go over some of my favorite sound options in the Apple TV. So you're going to go to Settings, Video and Audio, and now down here in Audio, you can see there's lots of stuff we can get into. One of them is reduce loud sounds. If explosions and gunshots are startling you, this will definitely help. It just compresses the sound a lot more. You may be able to hear this in music, this heavy compression going on. But for just watching television and commercials and stuff like that, this will help keep everything at a nice volume that you choose. If you're watching your Apple TV using a HomePod as your speaker, also jump up here to Enhance Dialogue. This is going to help by using Apple's noise reduction algorithm. I don't know what it does, but it boosts and makes the dialogue a little easier and clearer to listen to. So I definitely leave this one on all the time. Another thing that bugs me are these autoplay previews. You can actually turn those off by going into Settings, down to Accessibility, and Motion. Here we can turn off autoplay video previews. Super annoying as you're just scrolling over, you're just looking at the thumbnails, and boom, a loud preview starts happening. I hate that, so I always turn this one off. There's also a recently watched section in your Apple TV app. This can be pretty handy when you're looking for stuff that you've watched, that you want to reference some more of, and if you click all the way down, recently watched. I've been watching a lot of baseball, obviously, but my wife likes these, trying. Oh, it looks like she fell asleep on the couch. Watched all of them. So this is also kind of a sneaky way that you can see what everyone else in the family has been watching. My last tip is for turning off that pesky touchpad on the remote. I like a good click. I don't know about you, but tapping definitely was just annoying. So you head down to Remotes and Devices, and here's where you have the option of click and touch or just click only. I like a good click, so now whenever I'm tapping this on accident, it's not actually doing something. There's also here in the TV button, you can change this from Apple TV app to your home screen, which is what I usually have it set for. In the Remotes and Devices section also, you can even teach your Apple TV remote to learn other remotes, and you can also do stuff with shortcuts, making the mute button a certain function. There's just a ton of cool extra stuff you can do with your Apple TV and definitely get the best user experience for you. So I hope that helped give you some ideas. I hope that helped give you some tips, and you're going to enjoy watching that Apple TV a little more from now on. Please hit that subscribe button for more, and I hope to see you at the next one. Take care.